Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to do top 5 favourite fanfictions on Wattpad. So I'm going to list what favourite books I like and say a bit about them. Not too much, but just say a little bit about them and who's in the book. So let's get on with the video. Number 1 is She's One of the Boys. All of these are on Wattpad because Wattpad is just amazing. I love it so much. Basically, she's a werewolf and her name's Eveline, but she prefers Eva. And she's got 5 brothers: Grant, Travis, Stevie, Harper and Brody, and they're so protective of her, and at the beginning she doesn't know what's wrong with her, why she's changed, because they changed at 16 and her brothers thought she would be more like her mum because her mum wasn't a werewolf and her mum died, but yeah, they thought she would be more like them, but obviously she's not. She's a werewolf. And they go to school. So they go to school and they're all messing about, and her brothers protect her, and she's really strong. She was raised basically by her brothers, and they just mess about, get in trouble a lot at school. She meets a mate called Saxon, and he's all stubborn. He's an alpha of a pack, and she's in a different pack, and Travis is her alpha. But Saxon's her mate, and they just meet and she's all stubborn, he's all stubborn, she's all stubborn, but eventually they get together and it's so nice. I love the book. And to this book, there's 3 books to this book and it's amazing. You should go on Wattpad and read it, it's just awesome. So that's number 1. Number 2, it's Uniquely Perfect, and it's Lewis and Harry, and they get together, so it's a Larry story, Larry Stylerson. And Harry is a hybrid, a kitten hybrid, so he's got kitten ears, kind of like mine, and he's got a tail, and he's apparent. Well, in the book, he's an experiment, and they basically I can't really remember because I haven't read it in ages, but he was left in the streets. And Lewis finds him, and Lewis and Liam, because Liam already has a hybrid, Niall. Niall is a dog hybrid. But Lewis finds Harry, and Harry can't talk. He just basically hasn't been taught to talk because he's been in a cage all his life and an experiment, so it's quite sad at the beginning. But Lewis takes him to his house and learns him to talk and do other things, and then they slowly fall in love, and Harry becomes best friend with Niall. At the beginning it's pretty funny because they don't like each other because one's a dog hybrid, one's a cat hybrid, but then they become best friends, and Liam and Harry's best friends, and it's just a really nice book. Some drama in the book, some things happen, but yeah, that's number 2, my favourite book. Number 3, it's basically like number 2, but it's with Zane and Niall, so it's Sile, and it's another romance. And basically in the book that Zane, he's left in the woods as a baby, and he gets raised by wolves, and then he meets Niall. Well, Niall gets to the cave, and Zane has a cut on his leg, like a bite on his leg, because the werewolves, just the wolves, they're not actually werewolves, they're wolves, and they bite him, so he can't follow him because he thought he was getting weird because he was aging, obviously. And then he attacks Niall. It's pretty funny in the book because Niall gets all scared because he's all venoming, dearly. And then he runs back to the house, and Liam's his brother in the story, and Harry and Louis lives with them. And then they go back to the cave, and Liam sees Zane and helps him out with a cookie, and because he just says they're not gonna hurt him. And then they take him to the house, give him put him to sleep, give him a shower, a bath, and then take all his hair off his face and his wherever it's Harry and cut his hair because obviously it's grows in the years. And then in the book, Niall learns him to talk, and then basically because Zane acts like a wolf, he thinks Niall's his mate, and then eventually they get together, and then they have a child, and it's so really romantic. And then Liam helps Niall sometimes because Zane acts like a proper wolf, and he doesn't know how to do anything like get dressed or go do things, so they have to keep him in his sight. He's basically like a toddler in an adult body. But in the book, he gets better, and Niall gets kidnapped because when they have a child, they think the child is just like a miracle, and they want to experiment on them. But eventually, Liam gets people to write a petition to get them so they can, you know, like when people shout, don't kidnap him, don't experiment on innocent people. So eventually Niall and his baby escapes, and then they get back with Zane, and it's happily ever after, and then they have more kids in the end of the story, and then it basically ends. So you should go and read that story, it's really good. And I read it 33 times, that's how good it is. So that's number 3. Number 4 is Cupcake. Well, the book was called Cupcake, and it's another Larry book. And basically in the book, Harry is really girly, and he loves to wear girl clothes. Not like proper girl clothes, but he loves to wear a little bit of makeup and stylish t-shirts, bright colours. And then he meets Lewis, and he's a footballer, and like they meet, and Louis likes Harry, and Harry's all shy, and Harry gets bullied a lot, and he finds it hard to get through life. But eventually Louis helps him feel good about himself and tells him not to change for other people, be yourself. And then they fall in love, like later in the story, and Louis protects Harry, and Harry just wears whatever he wants when he finds out that Louis doesn't mind. And Harry likes wearing flower crowns every day, and it makes them for Louis, and Louis puts them on just to make Harry happy. But yeah, that's number 4, and Cupcake is just a really adorable book. If you're a directioner, you should go and read it, and if you're a Larry fan, you should definitely go and read it too. So that's number 4. Last but not least, number 5 is called Mad World, a Larry Stylinson fanfiction, and it's basically about Peter Pan. And if you've noticed, I love Larry Stylinson so much, so I read loads of books about Larry. But Louis is Peter Pan, and it's basically like Peter Pan, but they've changed it a little. So Harry lives with Liam and Niall, yeah, Liam and Niall, and he doesn't really have a nice fat house because his dad is not his real dad, and he treats the kids horrible, and he wants Harry to grow up. And then in the night, Louis comes and sees Harry, and he falls in love with Harry, and then he basically wakes him up and tells him, do you want to come to Neverland? And Harry says okay, because he doesn't like his house anyway, but he wants to take Liam and Niall because he doesn't want to leave them on their own. So Louis agrees, and then they go to Neverland, and then they meet the Lost Girls and Lost Boys. Zane's a lost boy, and he's Louis' best friend. And then in the book, Hook's in the book too, so he tried to kidnap Harry, but Louis always rescues him, and they eventually get Hook and kill him. And then Harry, near the end of the book, Harry wants to go home, and Louis just feels really sad, but Harry says he wants to grow up, he wants to have a life. So Louis takes him home. Well, no, yeah, Louis takes him home, and Liam and Niall, and then goes back to Neverland. But what Harry doesn't know, that Louis wants to come there and live there for always, because you want to be with Harry. You can't live without him. So the next day, Louis comes back, and then Louis stays with Harry, and they grow up together and get a house and kids. But in the holidays, they go and visit Neverland. So Louis can always fly. So they go and see Neverland in the holidays, and Louis is always known as Peter Pan in the kids books. But that's number 5, and I know I love Larry Stylisson a lot. You might have known because I've just read loads of Larry's. But at the minute, out of one of their books, I'm reading She's One of the Boys, and I'm on the second book, and it's called She's on the Hunt, and that's really good. So I hope you like this video, and please give it a big thumbs up and like, and big thumbs up, and I love you all, and please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Meow.